Zeno, Eleazar, Shammah, Abishai, Benaiah. These are 5 of the mighty men of valor under the command of David. Often they are referred to as David's mighty men. I don't know how much you know of these individuals, but there are a lot of lessons that we can derive from looking at these individuals. I do not wish to cover all 5 of these in one setting. Don't even want to cover 2 in one setting. I simply want us to look at the man of the name of Adino. I will tell you there is a similar list found in 1 Chronicles chapter 11. Verses 10 through 47, you'll find these names there as well. But in that occasion, there are 16 more names added to the list of David's mighty men. These men are the ones who assisted David very greatly in his kingdom. David was a man of war. The Bible says that David's hands were stained with blood. And because that his hands were stained with blood, David was not allowed to the temple. His son Solomon took that particular task. That shows you to the extent of the blood upon the hands of David. Yet for all the battles he won, and my dear friend, don't miss the point, those battles won were battles won for God. But for all those battles won for God, David did not win a single one of them by himself, alone. He won those battles with a group of men fighting by his side. I hope you understand this evening that great congregations are never built upon single members. Great congregations are not built upon a single elder or even a group of elders, or a preacher or deacon or teachers. Great churches are built upon elders, preachers, and deacons, and teachers, and members, all working together as one cohesive unit. That's the same way David won all these mighty battles he was involved in. I direct your attention this evening to 2 Samuel chapter 23. 2 Samuel chapter 23. I begin in verse 8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat on the seat, chief among the captains. The same was Adino the Eznite. He lifted up his spear against 800 whom he slew at one time. When I think about the man Adino, I think about a man who was able to accomplish so much with so little. The picture we have of Adino and slaying these 800 men is lifting up his sword time and time and time again until 800 men were died in a battle. All he had was his one single sword, but yet Adino could accomplish so much with so little. My friend, great congregations are built upon people who are able to accomplish great things with little stuff. Does that make sense to you? All he had was his spirit. I think about in the area of finances. The Bible gives us the story in Luke 21, the first 4 verses. We know of that story as being the one involving the woman with 2 what? With 2 mites. A mite was the smallest coin available in that particular day. And the woman gave everything she had unto the Lord. She had cast in all of her living, the Bible says. Friend, this woman on that occasion accomplished so much with so little. In the 8th chapter of the book of 2 Corinthians, in the first 9 verses, we read there about the Macedonians. And the Macedonians are a great example of that type of sacrificial giving. But the key to that Macedonian giving is that those people had first gave what? They first gave themselves. You know, today we have all kinds of different things at our disposal. What are we doing? What do we have, though? We might be very blessed, but God can help us to be able to do even more with what we have. I also think about an area that I simply refer to as talent. And again, Jesus addressed that issue. In Matthew chapter 25, about verse 14 beginning, we have a story of some men with different talents. You remember how one had 5, one had 2, then finally one had 1. And the man with 5, he went out and did what? Well, he worked, as it were, and produced 5 more. And the man with 2, he went out likewise. He was able to, by his effort, produce 2 more. But the one talent man, he was a little different than those other individuals because he just went and hid his little talent, right? I found this little saying. It says, "A noble work God has for you, a place no other mortal can fill. He plans, prays, and calls for you to work the wonders of His will. What can God do with you? What can God do with you? All heaven awaits, all earth relates to see what God can do with you." I have reached the conclusion, and the older I get, the more engraved that conclusion in my mind becomes. There are a lot of people in the church who ought to be ashamed. Because we have a lot of people in the church who have great ability, yet they accomplish so very little for God. What are you doing with the talent you have? You know, I often hear people say, "Well, I can't do that," or "I can't do that." And right now, we won't even discuss whether that's so or not, because most of the time, really, that's not so. Most of the time, if we'll push ourselves, we can do some things that we thought we couldn't. But besides that point this evening, think about this one. What are we doing with what we got? I found it interesting that in this parable the Lord told, you had a 5 talent, a 2 talent, and a 1 talent individual. There was just as many individuals with 1 talent as there were with 5, and the same is true with 2. The point of that was not how few talents that 1 talent man had. That was not the point. The point of the story was not the amount of talents the 5 man had or the 2 man had. The point of the story was what? Using what God gave us. And so what are you accomplishing? Well, this man, we know him tonight as one of David's mighty men of valor. There are a lot of people who would love to be called a mighty man. This is a mighty man of valor. All he had was a spear. Yet what was he able to accomplish? You examine your life, and I promise you, I am convinced that most people I talk to in this congregation on a regular basis possess more than just 1 talent. so it all falls back to the question of, what are we doing with what we got? And if we don't use what God has given us, then what excuse are we going to come up with for not doing so? He accomplished so much with only a spear. 800 men dead with a spear. I also think, though, about education. Do you believe that education really is all that important? I ask myself that every week. Lord, little now, about 4 more weeks, I'll be through my degree, Bible ministry. 4 more weeks. Every week when I get hammered, I think, is this really that important? Is education really that important? Did you know that one of the most sought after degrees today is the degree of liberal arts? Do you know what a degree of liberal arts is? I've got decided, the more I examine that, all you do in achieving a degree in liberal arts is learn how to be a liberal. And I don't want to be a liberal. Matter of fact, you get to read about liberal arts degree to tell you, you can be a teacher with further education. Well, you've got spent for about 4 years. You can be this with further education. Well, you done spent 4 years. So, is education important? Some industries, I remember years ago, of course, I was in the body shop industry and writing estimates all the time and talking to different insurance adjusters. And one of them asked me, says, "Scott, have you ever thought about being an insurance adjuster?" I said, "No, not really." I thought, well, I don't want to drive 400 miles a day to begin with, first of all, but nonetheless, we got talking about it. He said, "Well, all you have to have is a college degree." And I said, "Really? In what?" "Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter. Science, or math, or history, or liberal arts, I reckon. Just got to have a college degree." I guess that background of science really don't help you learn how to fix a car, right? But you had to have a college degree. And when you get there, then those people will train you like they want you to be trained. And so, I hope you realize that I believe that education is important. I believe education is important. Some of the means we go to acquire education, I think, is ludicrous. Some of the views in our society are ludicrous in regard to education. But I believe education is important. Well, then, Jim, I read Acts chapter 4, verse 13, where the Bible says, "Now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled." They took knowledge of them. They took knowledge of these ignorant men, these unlearned individuals. They marveled, but they took knowledge of them that what? That they had been with Jesus. Don't let anybody ever tell you, you got to have a great education to be a Christian. Don't let them tell you, you have to have a great education to do the Lord's work. These were unlearned and ignorant men, but they marveled because they knew by looking at their lives of those people, hey, these are two men that have been with Jesus. We can tell by looking at those people. I imagine that most everybody here will recognize the name, of Marshall Keeble. Marshall Keeble had hardly any education at all. And he baptized over 25,000 people in his lifetime. If I baptize one person every week for 20 years, I'd only baptize 1,000 people. Did you get that? I baptize one person a week for 20 years, and I still only baptize 1,000. He baptized 25,000. You're talking about this morning in our class, the promise of God. God used Marshall Keeble. In his book, Brother J.E. Schultz wrote his biography. It's entitled Roll, Jordan Roll. In the very first chapter, Brother Schultz wrote these words: the three men who had the greatest amount of influence in the life of Brother Keeble, Brother Womack, that was his father-in-law, Brother G.B. Bowser, one of the great black ministers of that day, and Brother A.M. Burton. Brother Burton was the founder of the Life and Casualty Insurance Company in Nashville. If you ever go down Interstate 65 through Nashville and skirt the downtown area on your way to Louisville, if you look to the left and see one of those high-rises, you will see the L&C building. That was the headquarters of the Life and Casualty Insurance Company. Consequently, Brother Burton's company became a multi-billion-dollar financial institution in America. The Burton family gave financial contributions to every Christian college and academy among members of the Churches of Christ. David Lipscomb University largely exists today to the charity of the A.M. Burton family. I wonder what Brother Burton will think about that today. Nonetheless, oh, how wealthy they did become. And how did Brother Burton use his wealth? In fact, the homes of the children that are now in Nashville, conducted by the Madison congregation, came about because of Brother Burton. One day he called Ira North in his office. But when Brother North walked in, Brother Burton had his Bible open on his desk. Brother Burton gave his open Bible to Brother North and said, when are we going to start practicing Romans 12, verse 16? That verse says, mind not high things, but condescend to mental low estate. Here's a man who was the founder of one of the greatest institutions financially in the world, and he is concerned about people of low estate. From that thought, how much benevolence work in his practice of pure and devout religion that he did even boggles the mind. What I want you to know about Brother Burton is this. Brother Schultz goes on and says that Brother Burton went to school in a one-room schoolhouse for a total of 40 weeks in his life. 40 weeks. That is not equivalent to a first-grade education. But can you see how much he accomplished with the little education he had? I hope you're getting the point this evening that there's no reason why you and I can accomplish great things. Other people have accomplished great things. Well, I also think about time. You know, in Ephesians chapter 5, 14 verse through 16, Paul tells us that we need to walk circumspectly around our life. And then he says, redeeming the time. Redeeming the time. This signifies buying back opportunities. All the opportunities we have, we buy those opportunities back. And so we take a walk around our life and examine it very closely and make sure that we are in fact redeeming the time. You know, most of us make excuses for our delinquencies. All of us wrestle with the commodity of time. And it is the case that most of us need to learn how to discipline ourselves to make the most use of our time and the best use of our time. You know, if I passed out a survey the amount of people who would tell me, I'm talking about in the religious world as a whole, who would affirm that a 10% giving to the Lord is what He requires. But whether that's so or not, have you ever thought about giving 10% of your time to God? 10% of your time. Now, let's try to figure out. We're just going to round this off. They are about 170 hours in a week. So, 10% will be how many? Well, right off the top, we ought to have 5 hours in worship services, right? Bible class, worship, Sunday afternoon worship. How many is that? Then we got Wednesday night services. Do you do that? I told you this morning that I become wearisome in talking about attendance. I hope you don't think I'm going to stop talking about attendance, because I can't. But I do become wearisome with it. Because again and now, I speak to the choir, as it were. See, the most thing about the biggest problem in discussing attendance is the folks that need to hear are not here. I can tell you somewhere else they're not going to be if they don't make some changes. They ain't going to be in heaven. What about if you spent 7 hours in study and prayer? That'd just be one day, right? Do you do that? What if you spent 5 hours in service and work, doing different things? Different things to promote the cause of Christ. But if you did all of that, you could finally reach about 17 hours. And then you would still have 90% of your time left for other activities. Can't we do that? Can't we take our time, what little time we think we have, can't we take a portion of that time and give that back to God? I think we can. I'm through. I'm going to say this, though. I'm hearing a lot of questions asked in regard to the time of our Sunday afternoon service. I'm going to tell you this. Whether it be 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock, or midnight, I'm going to be here. And whatever the time is, I'm going to plan my day around that. You look at my life, and you may think it's a feeble life. And that's all right. But the most important thing to me on Sunday is be with the Lord's people. Whether I'm preaching or not, I'm going to be here. I'm going to give that time back to God. Whatever has to happen, whatever situation comes up, whatever I have to do, I'm going to be here. There was a people on a preacher's life group. I can't talk about it. I'm not supposed to talk about it. But you know, well, I won't do so bad. You know, sometimes There are certain things that happen. It'd probably be good for us to be involved in the community. And sometimes they happen on the lower stage. But guess what? From 4 to 5, from 6 to 7, from 9 to 10, from 11 to whatever, that time belongs to God. And that's where I'm going to be. No matter what good thing in the community is going on, makes no difference to me. I'm going to be right here worshiping God. I'm going to give that back to Him. I ain't got much to give God, but I'm going to give the best I got. That's my purpose. I hope you will too. I hope you realize what great things we can accomplish if we'll just give God what we got. Give Him the best we got. Don't have much education, that's all right. Give it to God. He'll use it. Don't have much wealth, don't have much talent, don't have much whatever, just give it to God. God will use it. He's got to give it to Him. You don't have to be an Einstein. You don't have to have a college education. Don't have to be a wealthy individual. You don't have to be able to lead singing and preach and teach Bible classes. Just use what you got. But you better make sure you're using what you got. That's the most important thing. Blessing yours. Next Sunday, Lord willing, we continue talking about David's mighty man. I hope you realize tonight and have examined yourself to make sure you are using what you got, because God can accomplish great things with that little we have sometimes. If you're not a Christian, I urge you to come on this very evening. Repent of your sin, confess faith, be immersed in water. You become a Christian. You become a saved person, set apart in the world, peculiar, holy, sanctified. You come there and you realize you're not using what God gave you. You're holding back on God. And why not make the proper correction this very evening? We'd like to pray with you for you. Can we assist you so please God? We all